The Louisville Jefferson County Information Consortium, also known as LOJIC, uses state-of-the-art technology to meet the growing needs of our community. LOJIC, a computer-based tool for mapping, allows us to take a look at data in a new way. We take an inside look at the benefits of this technology and the multi-agency effort that's making it work.
It's hard to quantify the importance of having a powerful database with the unique ability to display the information on a map. The Louisville Jefferson County Information Consortium, otherwise known as LOJIC, employs cutting-edge technology which stores, manipulates, and graphically displays geographic data in map form. The name of this technology is referred to as GIS, or Geographic Information System, and it allows us to visualize data by way of maps.
LOJIC is a Geographic Information System, or GIS. GIS is pretty hot technology worldwide. You can visualize GIS as a series of computerized maps. They're really maps as data that you can ask questions of the maps, query them, build models, and all manner of applications against those maps, ideally to help us work faster, smarter, better.
Through LOJIC, maps can be generated and displayed, information can be visualized, and decisions can be quickly made, but it takes a multi-agency effort to make it work. Present LOJIC participants include the Louisville Metro Government, the Metropolitan Sewer District, the Property Valuation Administrator, and the Louisville Water Company. All participants share the cost and effort involved in the development and successful implementation of LOJIC.
The LOJIC partnership has been a great benefit to our community in that we all manage data. We all have information that we create and maintain to do our jobs. The sewer district maintains all information on sewer lines and their customers and the like. Metro government with the thousands of miles of streets, sidewalks, and infrastructure. PVA manages land records for over 300,000 properties in Jefferson County. And of course, Louisville Water Company maintains a vast array of information on their water infrastructure as well. All of that information resides in LOJIC, which is our community's authoritative spatial database, and we share all of that information. So having this wealth of intelligent map data stored in a central repository such as LOJIC and having all the various agencies tap into that resource is a pretty powerful thing.
LOJIC is the visual MSD uses to communicate with its customers. When a call comes in, the staff can pinpoint the location of a house, find a drainage ditch or easement, and dispatch a crew to fix the problem.
LOJIC, or the GIS, is critical to every operation we do at MSD, from our customer service department to our engineering department to our infrastructure department. It's the basis for which all of our work orders and activities are processed. We use it at pretty much everybody's desk. It's at the desktop. They take it out in the field with them with their laptops. We have maps for every type of presentation that's going on in the district, and pretty much the cornerstone for our daily work.
We have access to much more information than we would without LOJIC. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. I think this year we've begun to realize the true benefits of how it can help the customer, in that we have equipped our field crews with access to LOJIC. So in the field, the person who is out there assessing the break or leak or other event that's happening in the system is not only better able to look at the system and make key decisions as to what to do, but they also have available customer information in order to be able to better respond to the people who might be affected by those incidents.
Another partner of LOJIC is the Property Value Administrator, or PVA. The PVA assesses the fair market value of property to be taxed.
Well, we use it in different ways to look at what affects values. And anything that would affect value is usually there available on the LOJIC map, and we can use that to determine efficient values for all the properties. Every one of our employees on a daily basis uses LOJIC. We treat it similar to a library, if you will. We check out different data out of LOJIC. Different departments use LOJIC maps all day long.
partnering with LOJIC has been critical for us when we're looking at our risk management program that has to do with the chemical industry and looking at the worst case scenarios. But probably even a greater application is the tools that they have given us to manage everyday incidents. Anything that we have that we can get a graphical representation of helps us to better be able to successfully manage an incident.
A critical piece of incidents management has to do with locating points of vulnerability. During a crisis, a good graphical representation goes a long way toward making appropriate management decisions. An application that compares data and illustrates its spatial relationships has many, many uses.
Well, the LOJIC system is the baseline provider for mapping for MetroSafe. What LOJIC does is it creates that baseline to tell us the correct fire department, the correct police unit, the correct EMS unit, where they are, where they're coming from, and where they need to go.
911 Operator Baker, where's your emergency? To what address?
What happens is when a 911 call comes in, we'll use a LOJIC data, that information, to pinpoint exactly where the caller is calling from so that we can give directions and specific information to the first responders to get there, because when seconds count, you count seconds.
Here at Louisville Metro Planning Design Services, we maintain all the addresses and all the data layers for the CAD system for the dispatchers at MetroSafe. We provide a service where you put your address into the CAD system, and for your particular emergency, it lets us know what agency should respond, police, fire, EMS. Well, the new CAD system that we have uses GIS technology. Geographical Information Systems is the GIS term. And what that does, it allows us to drill down through the different layers to find out different areas that should be responding to your emergencies.
The LOJIC partnership is managed and supported by a core staff of 11 GIS professionals. Our team manages the core network and systems and software and hardware necessary to keep the GIS up and running. We have a team that's solely dedicated to database creation and management. Also a team that builds the user-friendly tools and buttons and models and so forth that our users rely on a daily basis. We also provide products and services through LOJIC, so the developers and folks involved in economic development can come to LOJIC and actually purchase data that they can use in their respective projects.
Well, I think of it as a way of bringing up on a screen, being able to bring up on a screen any place in Jefferson County at any scale. I can zoom in or zoom out and turn on all different kinds of layers of information, such as roads, sewers, water lines, property lines, topography, political districts such as council districts and zoning, and being able to look at overlaps and relationships of that information, and not only being able to print maps, but to be able to generate data based on the information that we access through LOJIC.
They're very conscious of the accuracy of their data, and they don't want to put anything out there that isn't accurate, because everybody depends on that information to make good decisions. Good decisions are based on good information, and they provide that accurate and good information.
About a year ago, the mayor came to us and said he wanted to utilize the wealth of spatial data, map information that we have into our system to create a web-based application to show citizens in our community where various metro services and amenities are located. So we developed a tool called My Louisville that allows users to go in and enter an address and see what services are in their immediate vicinity, such as schools, hospitals and clinics, government centers, libraries, police and fire stations, various metro landmarks, recycling centers, snow routes, and downtown parking.
Part of what makes LOJIC an invaluable tool for so many different departments is its versatility.
Well, MetroCall is the customer service center for Metro government. It's the place where citizens can contact their government to ask a question, request a service, offer an opinion, or share a suggestion with their government. We answer about 5,000 calls a week, so it's very important that we have the tools that we need to be able to address some of the questions and concerns that come up. One of the most important things that we need to ask people when they're calling about a concern in the community is, where is the problem? What's the address? And LOJIC validates that when we put an address in the system, it is a good address. It also will pick up information that's important to us, such as what police division they're in, who their council member is, If they live in the old city of Louisville, in the urban services district, it will tell us what day their garbage is picked up, when their quarterly junk pickup is scheduled. It has all of the political jurisdictions. It can tell us if a property is a historic preservation district and so on. Once we have one flake of snow hit the ground, people start calling us wanting to know, when is my street going to be cleared, or how are you all doing on such and such a road? I need to go pick someone up in that area. And we can pop up the map and look and see and just where the crews are and how they're doing. And we also educate the citizens and tell them that you can do this also. You can go online to our website and look up the snow routes, or you can go online to My Louisville and find out most of the same information that we can give you.
Without LOJIC, we'd be lost. I mean, we have to have LOJIC to do our job. They are the consortium of all the GIS information, and that's the age that we're in now.
To me, the best summary of LOJIC is that when we first became a partner, LOJIC was something that was nice to have. 10 years later, when you look at the way we use it in our operations, LOJIC is a must resource.
If we didn't have LOJIC, it would probably take about 20 people to do the job, the amount of work that I do. If you think back to the days 25, 30 years ago where all the maps were done by manual drafting, and you had to go to books and look up pages of information to find out property ownership, and you think about all the time that was involved in that, then this sort of takes the place of that, 15 or 20 different people trying to perform that task.
I tell people that there's almost not a week goes by but what something that a member of my staff or one of our users does with this technology that just absolutely amazes me. LOJIC and GIS technology has really changed how our community does business.
By sharing resources and using innovative technology, Louisville Metro government provides better service and more information to our residents. To find out more about LOJIC or to explore interactive LOJIC maps, check out My Louisville at louisvilleky.gov or visit LOJIC at lojic.org.